Hi there, and welcome to the tutorial video for Survey Editor at AYTM.com. I'm going to quickly show you the key components and functions on this page. So it starts with the title of your survey that you provided on this targeting page. As promised, you can edit it here. Just put something meaningful because it will be visible to the respondents. The next item is pre-qualification question. If you selected smartphone only tag, you will see here how it will be presented to the survey takers. Do you own a smartphone? No, we'll be exiting the survey, and yes, we'll be continuing. Now, if you don't like something about how we spelled the question or how we structured it, you can always convert it into the custom prequal. And now you can edit these fields and make them perfectly suit your needs. You can illustrate them if you want. Below, we have this little tab showing you different question types. We currently have 10, but more question types are coming up shortly. You can learn more about question types on special video clips that are available on the platform. I'm going to give you an overview of how to use with surveys and questions here. So to add a new question, the easiest way is to click on one of those icons and a new question will appear on the top of your survey. The other way to add a question is go to the bottom of the survey and click on this Add Next Question button. It will show you how many questions are left in your study. You can select from any of our 10 questions here and you will be advised of how much dollars, how much more money it will cost you to add different question types. You can see that the price varies because of the time commitment that is required from the survey takers to take the survey. So these are the two most common ways to add a question, but the other way is to clone an existing question in the middle of your survey. To do that, you need to start dragging your question while holding Control or Command key, and that will produce a clone in the middle of the survey, and then you can change its type really quickly and easily to something else. So these are three ways to create a new question within the survey. I showed you briefly the drag and drop functionality. It's really handy to rearrange questions around in your survey. You can do the same with the answers, and you can also clone answers. If you are trying to drag out the answer from a question that only contained 2 of them, you will see that we will substitute it with a blank one because 2 is the minimum number of answers in any given question. And 10 is the maximum for checkboxes. You can add up to 10 checkbox items and up to 7 answer choices in the single choice type of question or sub-questions in matrix. You can illustrate every question or answer just by clicking here and selecting an image from your computer. You can set up skip logic, which is a video of its own. You can do additional settings for certain question types such as matrix or checkboxes or illustration type of question, but it's also described on that corresponding videos. Randomization option gives you a very flexible control over which questions you want to randomize and which ones you want to exclude from randomization and lock their position in the survey. Alright, going to show you the left column now. It contains the link back to the target market page. It contains the total price for your survey, which will be updated as you add or remove questions from the survey. For example, I'm going to remove this pre-qualification question and show you that the price was dropped back to 95 cents per complete. It also will display all the filtration settings that you specified on the target market page, your order options, your filters, when you ordered survey only to females or only to guys with certain income, etc. So you don't have to go back to just remember yourself who the survey is going to be sent to. The next link is designed for you to share the study with your friends or colleagues or clients. All you need to do is specify their email address here, tell us if you want to receive a copy of that email, and whether or not you want to include the order details, which will be similar to what you see here in the left column. Alternatively, you can grab this link and send it through instant messenger or email yourself, which will be the preview of the survey. And preview is the next feature that I'm going to show you. To do that, I'm going to open a ready survey that I already have prepared on my platform. Here is how it looks in the survey editor mode. So let's go to the preview. We recommend that you use the preview mode for while preparing your survey, and open it at least a few times to make sure that everything looks and feels exactly the way you designed it. So single choice question is really simple. Based on radio buttons, only one answer is available, and if you have open-ended answer feature specified, that will produce optional field for the survey takers to work with. If there is an illustration, it will pop up on the left, and if you want to zoom in, you just click here to see it closer, and you move on. The checkboxes, open-ended field has a required mandatory field that survey takers will need to fill. Sliders, each slider sub-question has a Likert scale or a slider with anchor points on the sides, from not at all satisfied to extremely satisfied in this case. And for survey takers to move on, they need to at least touch every slider and move it. Star ratings, including non-applicable button. Star rating that doesn't have a sub-question will be applied to the question itself. Smiley ratings. Reorder type of question. By the way, all the question types that you see here will work perfectly on the smartphones and tablet computers such as iPad or Android devices, including this drag and drop. And you don't have to worry about communicating your survey takers to install certain application. It all will work in the native browser environment. So wherever they open the link to the survey, we've got you covered. Instructional text type of question doesn't have any answer choices, but it provides you a great real estate up to 650 characters to give a context of your study or provide them with some instructions on how to read and answer the following questions on your survey. This is an example of auto-advanced video that will be opened and stay on the screen for a few seconds. I'm going to show you in the editor how it's done. And finally, the video clip that you can show to the survey takers, and they must watch it till the end before they can move on to the next question. In my example, that was the end of the survey. So really quick, let's go through this the same questions in the survey editor mode, so you could see how they look for the survey writers, right? So single choice question, I have this one designed to be always on the bottom of the survey. It has open-ended answer. If you select this one, you will be exiting the survey based on the skip logic that I set up. The checkboxes, you need to specify at least one checkbox. I can change it to 2, and if I add a few more, I can play with this maximum and minimum limits. Open-ended question, slider scale with several sub-questions, and Likert scale that is selected from this list. This is a very useful thing that can save you a lot of time if you don't want to reinvent the wheel and come up with words that would describe the frequency or level of awareness. We've got everything pre-written for you. You can edit it, you can move it around, reorder your points on the sliders, but we recommend just sticking to what's been approved and designed by professional market researchers. Star rating is another very quick way to ask somebody to rate some services or questions in your study. Any matrix type of question can have up to 7 sub-questions, or 0 if you want to remove all of them and apply whatever answer feature is to the question itself, as illustrated here in the question number 6. Smiley faces, they contain 2 options, 2 faces and 3 faces. Reorder can have up to 7 items to reorder. Again, illustrational text, images, and finally the video clip. we have this little banner on the left hand side advising you that you can use common shortcuts such as Control-Command-Z to undo things, Control-Command-Shift-Z to redo an operation, or Control-Command-Y, which is another common shortcut for redoing things. And finally, you can do Control-Command-S to save your study without going all the way back down to the end of the survey and clicking this button, which will produce the same result. So this Control-Z undo feature is very handy when you accidentally removed a question and then you click Control-Z to bring it back to life. That's about it for the survey editor. Please check other more detailed video clips for each individual question type and features such as randomization, illustrations, skip logic, and others. Please let us know if you have any questions at support@aytm.com. And please, as always, suggest what you would improve or add to the platform. We're always happy to listen to your suggestions. Thank you.